Hello, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I will be reviewing a new brand of diecast on my channel, and it's from a car I actually like and from a show I really do appreciate a lot. I really like a lot. Anyways, this car is going to be none other than the legendary AE86 Sprinter Trueno, and this is the Tomica version based on the one from, of course, Initial D. And there's the box. We're going to take a closer look at it in a little bit. But yeah, I might look a little different with the hair. I just took a shower and I don't want to wear a hat right now, so it might look a little longer. But anyways, this is really cool. I've always wanted this car, this AE86 in particular, because it has the official licensing from the show. But unfortunately, it's only available in Japan. But I did get very lucky finding one. Well, it's not lucky, but I did some searching around the internet and I found it on AliExpress. Even though it did take a little while for it to arrive, it was definitely quicker than I thought it'd be. But yeah, here's the box, a very small box, kind of like a Matchbox. I don't know Japanese, so I don't know any of these texts, but let's go open it up, shall we? Alright, so here is the box of where the car is pretty much inside. Like I said, this is a Tomica brand car, Takara Tokomi Dream Tomica. This is from I guess the Dream Tomica series. And it says right there, Initial D AE86 Trueno. That's probably translated into Japanese. There's the photo of the car. There's a little photo or drawing of Takumi Fujiwara. Number 145. I don't know if there's any like Tomica collectors from the US that know how the series works and everything. I'd like to know, because Tomica has been catching my eye just recently, and they look pretty cool for the price. I think it's, I guess, worth it. Number 145, Dream Tomica. Some language that I just can't read, and more legalese, I guess, and yeah, more legal stuff on the back as well. So yeah, let's open this up. So usually these Tomicas come in like in a plastic baggie, or like it's covered in a plastic wrap, but I took it off just to make sure the car was actually in there, make sure I wasn't getting scammed. But from the looks of it, of course I didn't. I'm gonna close this box, just have it in the background for now. And here's the car. It comes in a little plastic baggie, and there is the car. And whew, this is really awesome. I have no other words for it. This is just literally the second time I'm opening this, and this is amazing. I don't know what else to say about it, but wow. The amount of detail is subpar, I guess. I think for what I paid for it on AliExpress, it's not terrible. I think it has good weight to it. Doesn't feel too cheap. Well, it doesn't feel cheap at all, I should say. But, you know, for the price of it, I think it's pretty fair. I think it's really cool, especially for Initial D fans like myself and many others around the world. So I guess we'll take a closer look at it, and I have some other Initial D stuff and even some Tomica stuff as well, which I'll show after. So here's the car. Of course, it's the AE86 Toyota Sprinter Trueno. It's very simple. It's just a black and white car, the Panda Trueno, pretty much. And yeah, I guess so. I'll take a look at the details. There's a text right here that says Fujiwara Tofu Shop. I think that little in parentheses it says private use. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think if I did research, I remember I learned that it just said private use. Fujiwara Tofu Shop. Of course, that's where Takumi, the main character, works for. He works for his dad. This is actually his dad's car, but he started to use it more and more against like the downhill racing and stuff, and eventually it just became his. So yeah, the wheels on it pretty thin, I'll be honest, but from the side it actually looks really nice. It's very accurate to the one in the show. I don't know what specific wheels they used, but yeah, this is really cool. Here's the front. Has pop-up headlights already up. Not too much detail except for the indicator lights and the fog lights. I wish there was a license plate right there, or just like the one from the show, but this is not bad, I think. Of course, you see black hood. Well, in the show, it's actually not a black hood, even though it might look like it. During the 4th season, I think, if I remember, I'm trying to recall, This was actually swapped, like it used to be white and then it just turned into a carbon fiber hood. So this is pretty much a carbon fiber hood, but of course I think the black looks a little bit better, be my opinion. I think some reflector lights on the side. This side's the same, except it just doesn't have that Fujiwara Tofu Shop logo. Yeah, this is simple, and of course I've been playing around with the suspension. If you haven't noticed, has a suspension all over the car, which is really cool. And of course, another thing, opening doors. Yeah, if you're gonna pay almost $15 for this, like it took me $15 because it came from overseas on AliExpress, yeah, it deserves opening doors in my opinion. I mean, that's pretty much what Tomica is known for, opening parts and everything. It's a little overspray right here, but that's fine. A little bit of interior detail on there. You can see the steering wheel, seats, a little shifter. There's the back compartment, you can barely see. It's a little foggy, sorry about that. Nothing to see there. Yeah, really cool. Of course, I like to play around with the suspension a lot, if you can't tell. The back's really plain. I wish there was a Trueno text and Apex text up here, but whatever. The license plate is just a white box, and then red boxes just to indicate the rear, the tail lights. But yeah, and here's the base, plastic. The top, everything is metal. The bottom is plastic, of course. Plastic tires, of course, not rubber. And it says Tomica, copyright Tomy. This is 1/61 scale. Toyota 2013 Sprinter Trueno, and this was made in Vietnam. So yeah, not much to say about this, I'll be honest, but does that mean I hate it? Absolutely not. This is one of the best cars I have in my collection, I think. Especially for someone that lives in the United States, it's kind of hard to get Tomica cars because the shipping is pretty expensive, the wait time to get it is pretty expensive, and just getting it in your hand is just kind of a mess. But you know, I'd love to go to Japan and just go buy a bunch of Tomica cars and see a bunch of cars that aren't made in Hot Wheels or any other brand, because I think Tomica does a really good job with their cars. The quality control is usually alright. Not alright, it's definitely better than Hot Wheels, I could tell you that for sure. Put it aside for now, and I'll show you some of the other Initial D stuff I have. Another thing I had was this little diecast. I don't know if you've seen it in the background. It's a little dusty, but kind of looks like it. This is actually a Hot Wheel. This is a Tomica, and this was supposed to be a custom. I mean, alright, it's alright, I guess. Yeah, it's whatever. One of the best things I have, I think, is this Jada diecast. It's not the big one that I have right here, which is the Agretsuko car, which I did review a long time ago. This one is just a little mini scale one. It doesn't say 132 scale Jada, and this is actually officially licensed, so little Initial D logo on there. These aren't the original wheels. I just took it off from some other car because I did find it, but it came with no tires at all. Yeah, it's officially licensed, Fujiwara Tofu Shop. This is from first stage because it just has the plain white hood. Doors open, both of them open, of course. Really cool. I actually really like this. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the headlights aren't up, but you know, it's definitely one of the cooler things I have. Another one, this isn't, I mean, it is mine, but this is pretty much a custom, another custom. I actually found it online and how to build it. I built it out of my old GTR, Hot Wheels GTR, and I decided, you know what, let's do this. And yeah, it's a little dusty, sorry about that. Just decided to put a little bit of license plates, fog lights, yeah, and a little, the wheels are kind of accurate as well. Another license plate in the back, and yes, it does open up, and there is a not very Lego Takumi Fujiwara under the wheel, and yeah, there's a little water cup shifter and everything. Yeah, this one's also pretty cool. But one of the best things I have, in my opinion, is, of course, you've probably seen it in the background, the book. See if I can zoom out a little bit. I don't think I can. Yeah, it's the Initial D manga, the Initial D book. It's actually the original one from, I think this one, Volume 15, was released around 1999. And this just goes over the story of the, I think it's the third stage movie with Ken Konoshigawa. I think that was, I hope I didn't just butcher his name. But yeah, with the MR2 and a bunch of other stuff as well. I did read it, but of course I had to use Google Translate for that. Yeah, I got it. I was surprised to actually find it at a local bookstore. So, you know, of course I had to have it. There's Natsuki on the back. But yeah, that's really cool. And speaking of Initial D cars, I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. I also have some other Tomica cars. These I never did a review on, even though they used to sell these at Walmart before. There's a Toyota Prius GR Sport. It kind of looks like the same box, but really it's actually, this one's thicker than this one. Let's open it up and see what's in there. So yeah, this is the Prius. Of course, it has suspensions, and this one actually opens up the trunk. Very interesting. I would have never thought they would have made a GR Sport Prius. So this is definitely very interesting. The wheels kind of look cheap, but apparently these are like the, I guess, quote-unquote mainline. Just trying to explain it in Hot Wheels terms for Tomica. So yeah, there's that Prius. Here's the Lexus RCF. This car is also was also released at Walmart before, and this one was actually, I was really happy to find this one. Of course, suspension has this weird silver design, gunmetal design, which is kind of strange, but I actually really like it. And this one, its moving part is opening doors. The opening doors, just like the initial AE86, and the bases. This one's scale 159 scale. This one is 165 scale. So we were close there. We can't get 164 scale, come on. And then another one, which is definitely one of my favorite ones, and it kind of goes well with this car, is the Tomica Sil 80, Nissan Sil 80. And this one, open and landed upside down. This one is really cool. Unfortunately, the suspension isn't that great. I mean, it's kind of realistic. This is my one and only Tomica Premium I have in my collection. These are nice. I think the quality on this one can be improved. This one is definitely better, but I really like these. Of course, this is the one from Initial D. If you haven't noticed, I'm a huge fan. It kind of looks like it is, just the wing is kind of inaccurate, and the rear taillights are also inaccurate, and the muffler or whatever. But yeah, same exact wheels, same blue, impact blue, of course, Mako Sato Sil 80 with Sayuki. Drove this, of course, there's more detail on it, like plastic headlights. It looks very realistic. And of course, opening doors. It's pretty nice to have just the two of these pretty much displayed, just like the show. Look at that. That's awesome, dude. I'm really happy to have both of these, especially since I love the show. Hopefully I'll be able to get more of these Tomicas from the Initial D series, but this is all I have right now. Yeah, I'm really happy with my purchase of this car, and I definitely recommend you guys, if you're a fan of Initial D and you don't have any Diecast like myself, this is the first. Absolutely get it. It was not a bad price. It's better than paying those eBay prices, and you know, I guess the wait time is the only bad thing about this, but either way, I think it's pretty worth it. There's also a white hood variation. That one, for some reason, was a little bit more expensive, but oh well. I'm really happy to have this one. Glad to have it in my collection. And yeah, that has been the review of the Initial D AE86 Trueno from Tomica. Are you guys fan of Initial D? What's your favorite season? What's your favorite car, character, etc.? And yeah, if you liked it, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.